Bienvenidos a Comer con propósito, con Adriana y Joel. Un espacio donde cada elección en la mesa puede convertirse en una decisión de vida. Aquí entendemos que alimentar el cuerpo es también cuidar el alma, que cada hábito puede acercarnos al equilibrio, a la claridad y a la paz. Junto a Adriana y Joel, conversamos sobre salud, conciencia y fe, para ordenar lo cotidiano y vivir con mayor armonía el plan que Dios soñó para nosotros. Comer con propósito es vivir con gratitud.
Hello, welcome to Purposeful Eating. My name is Joel Maloof. I'm a naturopathic detoxification specialist, calisthenics athlete, just following God. But above all that, I'm just a son of God. Today, I'm here to talk to you about how to eliminate kidney stones and gallstones the natural way, the right way, simply by honoring your temple and obeying the laws that God gave us, the natural laws of the body and the sciences and of nature, and how tuning your body to the inputs that God placed in our lives, our body simply just will heal. I'm going to go over the 7 most asked questions regarding this topic, what specifically to do, and how it works. So you're not going to want to miss this. Go grab all of your friends and family that you can. This video is going to help you, especially if you're dealing with those kidney stones and gallstones. So stay right there. I'll be right back. Hello everybody. Today we're going to be talking about kidney stones, gallstones, gallbladder stones, and how to eliminate them. So I have the 7 most asked questions, most searched up questions regarding this topic. The first thing I want you to hear is that your body is not broken. I'm going to approach this in the way that I believe that truly is the way to heal. I'm going to talk about the obstruction principle, and we got to get away from this theory of diseases. I'm going to explain this as we go along. Basically, the stone in your kidney or in your gallbladder, that is not your body failing. Your body is perfectly designed. It is fearfully and wonderfully made. If you don't understand this about your body, that your body is literally perfect, God, the creator of everything, our perfect God, He created your body perfect. When it's failing, it's not because it's broken. There is an obstruction, just like a beautiful river that's flowing, that's giving life to everything. If you put a dam, an obstruction in the middle, the river is still alive only on that side. On this side, everything else is dead now. You remove that obstruction in the kidneys, and the river starts flowing again and giving life to everything. Understanding this principle is the way to really understand, get in the right mindset to heal, because healing starts in the mind. If you believe you're sick, if you continue to doubt, if you believe that there's no other way, you continue to listen to the negativity, you're not going to heal. The mind, you can you could be following the list to the T, but if your mind is telling you no or is doubting, you cannot heal, just like Jesus says. If you have faith as small as a mustard seed and no doubt, you can tell that mountain to move itself, that tree to be uprooted and rooted in the sea. So these stones, they're your body doing exactly what a congested, dried out, overfed, undermoved body was always going to do. The stone isn't the disease. The stone is the smoke. And so this video is really about showing you where the fire actually is. Like, where did the fire start? So the old way, stones, the obstruction principle, and how the body heals. So here's how we're going to deal with it. The modern model names an enemy, disease, and goes to war with it. You cut it off, you blast it, you remove the organ, you feed it direct poison. You literally do what Thanos did in Endgame. You kill everybody, no matter if they're on your side or not. Rain fire. And sometimes, look, I'm going to be honest with you the whole way through. Sometimes that is what you need, but I know that the body can heal it. You got to be super, super down in such a degenerative phase, which is the worst phase you can be, to not heal. Like, especially having faith in God, like the testimonies that we have experienced and we've had and the people that we've helped, like, it's just, God is good, really. But this older model, the one every healing tradition on earth kept coming back to, this starts somewhere completely different. It's called vis mediatrix naturae, the healing power of nature. Like, your body is healing right now. The body you have, I'm probably going to say this every single video, the body you have is completely different than the body you had a year ago today, because the body consistently, continually renews and regenerates itself. Your cells heal, like your gut lining heals, your skin heals, like these cells regenerate every month, every couple months, every couple weeks, every couple days. So that's why every year I almost have a completely new body, and you do too. The body is constantly healing. And so this mediatrix naturae, this is the idea that the body was designed to heal, and it will heal. And the moment you take away what's obstructing it and giving back what it was built to receive, now the body is thriving. This is essentially the obstruction principle, like the river. Like, we don't add a cure, we remove the blockage and restore the design. And so now I want to get to the questions, the real questions people ask me about stones through that lens. You're a true naturopathic detoxification specialist, which I am. And then I want to show you the ancient practices that clear the terrain in the first place. So let's get right into it. So the first question, can stones be dissolved naturally without surgery? Of course, 100% yes. I'm going to tell you where it's true and where it's oversold, because you deserve both. So first, kidney stones. Most small ones pass on their own without aggressive hydration. There's one kind, the uric acid stones. These genuinely dissolve when you alkalize the urine. And really, the easiest way to eliminate these stones is simply just hydrate. Hydrate juices, fruit juices, the most powerful way. You combine it with some herbs. And so, to alkalize the urine, this is where the fruits and the citrus shine, especially the lemons and the limes, the key lime specifically. The most common kind, calcium oxalate. They don't really melt away, but you can absolutely stop making new ones, and that's really the whole game. And I'm going to get to that. But now gallstones, the old flushes, with the olive oil and the lime, it's like, it's this miracle. By the next day, you eliminate them. I'm going to be straight with you, because a teacher who tells you the truth is worth more than one who tells you what you want to hear. Those green pebbles people pass over after the olive oil and the lemon flush, they're mostly soap globules. The oil forms with your own bile, and they're not really the stones. So real gallstones can shrink slowly over months. There's no overnight miracle. So I'd rather build you on solid ground than chase a magic trick. But the short answer, yes, you don't need surgery. They will dissolve on their own. The second question, what are the first signs of a stone that is moving? Kidney stone, on the move, announces itself. Sudden, severe pain. They're not easy. They're not the easiest to deal with, but you'll feel it in the flank or lower back. It comes in waves, radiates down toward the groin. If you're a man, you'll feel it down there. Nausea, pink or bloody urine, that constant urge to go. People who've had it will tell you it's one of the worst pains there is. A gallstone is upper right belly pain, often half an hour to an hour after a fatty meal, sometimes reaching up to the right shoulder blade. But the most important sentence in this whole video, write it on your heart. If you have fever with chills, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale clay-colored stools, or pain that just will not let up, you gotta immediately start detoxing, or you gotta stop researching and get seen. Like now. That's not a terrain problem you flush away. That's a blocked duct or an infection. And that is a genuine emergency. You gotta detox now, like yesterday. And, get seen by someone, a naturopathic doctor. I recommend a natural doctor, instead of an allopathic doctor. But if it's a good surgeon, a good doctor, you trust, go ahead. Because the same God who gave us leaves for healing also gave us the physician and the good Samaritan who bandaged the man and carried him to be cared for. Getting help fast is God's provision too. It's not a failure of faith. Number 3, talking about the foods to avoid. Can I still eat meat and dairy and eggs and bread? So my recommendation, obviously, is going to be 100% fruits, not even vegetables. So that literally cuts out all of meat, dairy, eggs, bread, and everything else. Like fruits and fruit juices, and with the herbs, herbal teas, tinctures, all this type of stuff. If you're not accustomed to that type of food, to raw food, I recommend at least cut the salt hard. Processed food is the hidden driver almost nobody talks about. I mean, they talk about it, but just surface level. I definitely recommend go easier on the animal protein. But I think, like, if you haven't cleansed or detoxed yourself, you should do at least a 4-week detox. You should get into one of our programs, especially the kidneys. And you're going to see, like, we have seen someone who didn't even, like, want to detox. He just started drinking the teas because his wife came here and did the protocol and all this stuff. He started doing it. He started fasting, doing a lot of fruit, 3 days a week, and then he saw his kidney stones leave very, very easily, very fast. And he still, was eating some of the other foods, but, my recommendation is to cut out all this type of stuff, go easy on heavy animal protein, cut out all this type of food. The thing is here, like, we need calcium. But the thing is, something I was thinking about, and I'm going to do more research on it. Literally, I was thinking about it like a couple minutes ago. Like, all this talk about, calcium and stuff. First off, calcium originates in plants in nature. Like, people think you need beef liver, you need all this food and meat and stuff. But, like, no, you don't. Because where do those animals get their calcium? Like, they don't even need to care about getting calcium because their body isn't, like, acidic. Calcium is one of the first things to go when you have an acidic body because your body has to neutralize all the acids, and it primarily uses calcium from the bones, from the connective tissues, all this stuff. So it's like, it's not like you're deficient of calcium. Your body is too acidic. So that's my theory. I think it's true. I mean, I got to do some research on it. But it low-key, like, it sounds... Just because it sounds good, I know it doesn't mean it's true, but still, it has a base to it. It's not like I'm coming out of nowhere. But like poppy seeds, super high in calcium, cocoa powder, carob powder, specific herbs like horsetail, black walnut, dandelion, all these are super high in minerals, especially calcium. But yeah, you don't want to cut out your dietary calcium. Calcium in your food actually binds to oxalate in the gut before it ever reaches the kidney. So if you cut it out, you can make things worse. But look, you don't got to worry about that. Okay? As long as you're drinking the herbal teas and you're eating the fruit, you're going to be fine. Especially, if you're grounding, if you're sunning, if you're doing forced showers, if you're doing cold showers, if you're outside most of the day, if you're listening to healing frequencies like the birds chirping, like classical music, all this type of things, your diet, your lifestyle is alkaline, you're going to be good. If you're praying, if you're having faith in God, if you're talking to your body, if you're speaking life and not death, all these things, because it's not just about the food, you're going to be A-okay. Because remember, at the beginning I said it's all in the mind. And for gallstones, basically everything like that, you just want fiber. Make sure you get fiber. For that question, really plain and simple, no meat, dairy, eggs, bread, those type of things. I'd recommend just fruit juices, and herbal teas. As you move toward more fruits, more plants, more water, you naturally crowd the harmful stuff out. That's really it. Disease can't thrive, like parasites can't thrive in an oxygenated environment, in an alkaline environment. Fourth question, what are the best fruits and herbs? Which ones actually help? Lemons, limes, nettle, dandelion, teas. Let me give you the ones with real weight behind them. Water, first and always. Dilute urine, can't crystallize. This beats every herb on this list. Drink living water, not water in plastic bottles, not water filled with fluoride and other heavy metals in your faucet. Get a filter, buy water, spring water that's in a glass bottle, or charge your water outside. Or if you have water in a well, that's the best. Or the best water you can find is the water that comes in fruit. Watermelon is like 93% fruit. Just eat watermelon. Drink watermelon juice. orange juice, pineapple juice, grape juice, all these juices are way better forms of water. That's why God made him. He knew he would get bored of water. It'd be hard to find water sometimes, clean water. So he put in the fruit. It's that simple, really. Just drink until your urine runs pale. When your kidneys start filtering, you're going to start seeing more sediment, more yellowy color. That's fine. I talk about that in my kidney program. The fruits that I prioritize are lemon and lime. These are like specific for this. The citrate is one of the finest natural stone inhibitors there is. Freshen water every day, especially the key limes. The lemons and the limes, if you don't have key limes. But if you can get key limes, they sell them at Walmart, Ingles. You can find them. There's an herb called the stone breaker, chancapiedra. It's traditionally used as powerful, and the early evidence is promising. But, dandelion, nettle, really all the herbs in my kidney formulas and my skin and liver formula are excellent for this. My Sana tea is good for it too. Milk thistle for the liver, the bile flow. Gentle, low risk, supportive. These are great. We've worked with many people with gallstones, kidney stones. Like, it works every time if they stick to it. Fifth question. How long to pass one? How do I speed it up? Small kidney stones, often a few days to a few weeks. You can speed it up with heavy water intake, staying on your feet, moving, because motion helps it travel. Warm baths for the spasms and your lemon water. All these things will help it go faster. But a stone above about 6 millimeters won't often pass on its own. And it's a moment for honesty, not stubbornness. Like, you might need help. If you're not patient, you might need help. If you're patient, just give it time. Could take a little bit longer, but it's going to go. Because it has to go. Vis mediatrix naturae, the obstruction problem. Like, there's an obstruction there. That's why it was created. You remove the obstruction and it's going to go. Like, the body wants to remove everything that doesn't belong in it. Gallstones don't really pass like the kidney stones. A gallstone stuck in the duct isn't a goal you're chasing. That's the emergency I warned you about. So with the gallbladder, the work is prevention and slow dissolution. You're not trying to force anything through with these. Okay, so yes, but you got to be patient. It could take a little bit longer. It could take a little bit shorter. Who knows? If you stick to the fruit juices, if you alkalize your body, do all these things, honor your temple, your body's going to heal. You got to give it time and you got to learn, trust the process. Pain is your teacher. Don't get scared. Don't fear. You cannot have fear and faith. All the people that Jesus heals, where we read their stories, Jesus says, because of your faith, you were healed. They didn't fear. They were like, I could, but no, they were like, no, have faith. I'm going to heal. And Jesus says, because your faith, you are healed. Get up. You're no longer blind. So you got to have faith and not fear, because you can't have both at the same time. Sixth question. My doctor says surgery. Do I have other options? You have so many options, but it also depends. So don't let anyone hand you just a blanket answer. I'm not your surgeon and not me or any other person on social media. Gallstones sitting there quietly, causing no symptoms, are often like, all you need to do is just wait and just watch. That's it. If they're just chilling there, they're going to go. You just got to be patient. But recurring attacks, a blocked duct, inflammation, infection, things start to change there. In that situation, the gallbladder has become a real threat to you. I still have faith your body can heal. And I really recommend trying to find someone, that understands the body, that, God created the body specifically, 2 kidneys for a reason, 2 lungs for a reason, a pancreas for a reason. Like, you shouldn't just be removing stuff out of your body. Like, what are we doing there? Like, if it's like I took a car and just, I don't really need this piece. Let me just take it out. Like, no, you got to fix it. You got to clean it or repair it. And so I would say continue to stay patient. It's difficult, but it's like we all go through it. Like, we all go through pain, excruciating pain. I have, you got to suffer. You got to learn. Like, if it wasn't for pain and suffering, no one would be the person that they are today. Like, how many times people have failed and went through hardships. Like, that's how they became so great and became who they are and were able to help so many people. So with this mindset, it helps you endure, and obviously knowing God is there, like, he's not going to let you go through something you can't handle. That's honestly my advice and really what I truly believe. Like, people have to go through pain. Like, I want you to go through pain because I know it's your best teacher. Like, the amount of teaching pain and suffering can do to you you can't even compare it to what I'm teaching you now. Dang. Okay. But if you can't endure, depending on how it is, I guess you can get surgery, but again, like I really never recommend surgery because me, honestly, I tore my meniscus and I made a video specifically about that, my testimony and how I healed it naturally. Like my body healed naturally and I didn't stop. I had excruciating pain. I had to stop working out and doing like running. I had to quit cross country. I couldn't train lower body. Like I had so much pain. I couldn't even stand for a while. I couldn't play my sports. So I took it into my own hands. I trusted that my body can heal. I trusted God. I was like, God, you can heal me. I know you can. And so I started doing exercises. I started lowering my inflammation with my diet. I started praying over my knee. Now it's been over a year and a half and I haven't felt any pain and I'm doing crazy things. I'm running 9 miles. I'm jumping higher. I'm running faster, sprinting, like training like never before. So, I understand. There are other ways. Please don't do surgery. Before you get surgery, you got to know what kind of stone is it, how big is it, is anything actually obstructed, am I symptomatic or not? Second opinion is always fair. Sometimes there's a slower, gentler path. Sometimes, honestly, there isn't. Knowing which one you're really in is wisdom and it's not defeat. Seventh question, how do they form and how do I keep them gone? Now, the root, because this is the obstruction principle in one breath. Kidney stones form when urine gets too concentrated and minerals crystallize. Driven by dehydration, too much salt, too much animal protein, and too little citrate. To prevent them, you drink till your urine runs pale, you keep salt low, keep your food calcium adequate, and you keep citrus in your day. And you eat a bunch of fruits. Never skip fruit in the morning. In the morning when you breakfast, break the fast, you never eat anything else but fruit, berries, melons, hydrating foods. The fruits with the highest amount of water content. You never skip that because that's when your lymph system is the most stagnant. You know why your face is so puffy in the morning? Your lymph is stagnant. There's no movement. You activate the lymph system by moving. The fruits are super stringent, especially the lemons, the limes, the grapes. They pull the lymphatic system, and so it starts moving. So that's why, people do gua sha or face lifting or massages in their face to so their face can look a little less congested, less puffy in the morning because it's congested, it's backed up. Drink more fruit juices, especially for this. Especially go for, I recommend doing our program. It helps so many people. The herbs are specific for the healing. We see this Ezekiel 47:12, Revelation 22:2, like the herbs are for our healing. Gallstones form when the bile gets thick with cholesterol and stops flowing. It's tied to excess weight, sitting all day, refined carbs, and crash dieting. Starving yourself can actually trigger them. The way to prevent them is a steady, healthy weight, real fiber, healthy fats to keep the bowel moving, and a body that moves every day. And it's the same. Fruit juices, grounding, moving, sunning, forest showers, cold showers, poultices in that area, with red clay, 3 to 5 herbal teas every day, faith, prayer, healing frequencies, all this stuff. The through line for both is terrain. Terrain. A hydrated, well-fed, moving body that isn't drowning in processed food rarely builds a stone in the first place. That's really all you need to hear, like literally. Removing the obstruction, honor the design. It's really simple, but we're just we're fed and constructed this idea of what health is and what to eat, all this stuff by the media and by the commercials that these companies spend billions of dollars on and market directly to us as kids. We grow up, our parents don't understand anything, and and then now it's too late. So how do you actually live this? Because none of it is new. It's just a remembering. We don't need more information. We just need stop all this interruption. We just got to be still and present. Our body knows. Our body is designed. God designed our body to know. Just like Solomon says in Ecclesiastes, God put eternity in our hearts. The body knows what to do. The body knows how to heal. But all this extra distractions and information, worldly, carnal, it just distracts us and confuses us. That literally the enemy comes to steal, kill, destroy, confuse, all this stuff. Lies. Every enduring people or community reached for the same medicine: sun, water, fasting, cleansing plants, herbs, stillness, and God. Daniel ate the food of the field and drank water and was found healthier than the men at the king's table. This is a very old road, and I'm just asking you to get back on it. That's it. Grounding, bare feet on the earth in the morning. The body settles. The sleep deepens at night. The soul quiets. The ground was made to be touched. It's the battery we charge. Just like if you don't charge your phone, like it's going to die. We got to charge our body every single day with the earth. Sunning, early light on your skin and your eyes. It sets the rhythm of your whole body and gives you the vitamin D almost everyone indoors is starving for. Morning, like sunrise, sunset, that's when you should be getting in the sun, not when it's like super hot to burn you. Forest showers, the Japanese named it Shinrin-yoku. The saints just called it walking with God among the trees. It measurably lowers your stress, so breathe in it slow. Cold showers, finish cold. It braces the nervous system and it trains you to master the flesh instead of being ruled by it. This is truly walking in the spirit, not in the flesh. Red clay poultice over the flank or the right side of your lower back. This is an old, gentle, soothing practice. And this is not really to dissolve the stones. It's just, if there's pain there, if there's inflammation, this is really going to help. Sleeping with it at night, people respond very positively with it. 3 to 5 herbal teas throughout the day. Gentle hydration carried by plants. Hydration is your single greatest weapon here. Lemon water open, then chanca piedra, nettle, dandelion, marshmallow root. This warm, unhurried teas all day long is going to help so much. Herbs are the number one plants that have been studied for anti-cancer and so many other things. Ordered sound. The natural frequencies of the earth, 432 hertz. Birdsong, moving water, classical music like Bach, Beethoven, Vivaldi, all these genuinely calm the body, and a calm body heals. You cannot heal the body in a survival state, in a fight or flight state, in a sympathetic state. Your body has to be in a parasympathetic state. Like these are not, cures, but they definitely help because peace lets the body rest and mend. Prayer, gratitude are the highest frequencies you can be in. They ground you. They bring you before God, who is the healer. When you become still and present, you can really understand your body. When you truly are present as a branch connected to the vine, you truly understand what Jesus says there, where you can ask anything and I'll give it to you. You can only produce fruit when you're connected to the vine. You can only understand this in presence and stillness. So all this pulls your whole system out of fight or flight and into the only state where the body truly repairs. Fasting joined to prayer is the deepest reset this tradition has ever known. So this is what I want you to walk away with. Your body is a temple, and it was built to heal. Feed it, water it, move it, rest it, sun it, obey the design, and let the body do what only the body can do. This is real stewardship. This is true management and honoring of the temple. A wise steward used every gift on the table. If this has helped you, look, I got a free community. You can go there and you can talk with me. We have Zoom calls. You can partner with me and join the paid membership where you get tons and tons and tons of discounts and many more free resources and discounts to programs, discounts to retreats, free shipping on the herbs, one-on-one calls, Zoom calls, all this type of stuff. Benefits you, benefits me, so we can keep carrying on this mission that we have going. We're helping so many people thanks to God, and we're just extremely blessed to be able to keep doing this. So yeah, if that sounds like you want to do it, go ahead. It's linked in the description. If this video helped you, share with everyone you know, like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.
Gracias por acompañarnos en Comer con Propósito, donde aprender a alimentarnos se convierte en una forma concreta de vivir nuestra fe cada día. Que cada comida sea una oportunidad para agradecer, para cuidar el cuerpo que Dios te confió y para caminar con mayor claridad, energía y paz. Porque la salud también es un camino espiritual. Nos reencontramos en el próximo programa para seguir creciendo juntos, con propósito.